back to my channel. So I'm starting off today's vlog on the road as I'm traveling home to Taveta. So I went to OTC where usually the shuttles to Taveta are, and the company is called Naikana. So once the matatu was full, we left Nairobi, and that is just me enjoying the views on the road. In Titwande, at least you're able to get some refreshments and able to stretch a bit, because usually at that point your legs can really be, you'll be feeling a bit cranky and tired. So the stretch was really good. Then after that we were back on the road. So that's just a beautiful view of the Taita Hills as well as the nature around. What's up, beautiful people? Mambo. Hope you're all doing well. In case you're seeing my video for the first time, okay, the lighting, oh my gosh. In case you're seeing my video for the first time, my name is Connie, and welcome to today's video. I'm so happy because I am coming to you from my hometown of Taveta, and I'm hoping that before you see this part of the video, I'll have inserted some of the clips that you get to see when you're coming all the way down to my county. That would be Taita Taveta County, County 006. I won't lie, my hometown is quite beautiful. I mean, how many people can get to say that they get to see a free show of animals and wildlife on their way home? So I feel blessed, I feel grateful, and I'm home to visit my parents and just to relax and get some downtime, because I really needed it. So let me just set up and sit down for a bit. Hey y'all, so first and foremost, I hope that you've actually noticed that the video quality is much better. I actually got a new phone and I'm super proud of myself. And so yeah, I'm hoping that the quality is much better than the previous videos. So as I said earlier, I am home in my hometown in Taveta, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to, most of the time when I meet people and when I tell them my home is in Taveta, there are questions that I tend to get a lot, and I thought, you know what, let me just share them here. So County 006 is Taita Taveta County. Taita Taveta County is comprised of the Taitas and the Tavetas. So every time most of the time when I tell someone I'm from Taveta, they're like, oh my gosh, you're Taita. No, I'm not Taita. Actually, the two communities are different. The Tavetas tend to be fewer in numbers as compared to the Taitas. You will notice, first and foremost, our features physically most of us are a bit different. One distinct feature I always say is that the Taitas are much lighter toned in color, in the skin tone, as opposed to us Tavetas. But with that said, the thing about Tavetas is that we sit at the border of Kenya and Tanzania. Once you cross the border from Taveta, you get to Holili. So we sit right at the border. The Taveta community, we have intermarried a lot with other communities, especially from Tanzania. We have intermarried with a lot of communities from Tanzania. You'll notice that if you talk to most of the Tavetas, their heritage, most of them does come from Tanzania, sorry. But at the same time, of recent past, we have also intermarried a lot with communities also here in Kenya, like the Taitas, of course, the Kambas. So we are a mixture of several communities. Our staple food is bananas. We call them madio. I would say we are one of the biggest traders of bananas, especially if you go to like Kongowea market, especially in Mombasa. I can say that most of the bananas that are being sold there come from Taveta. Another proud thing I would say is our town is very beautiful, and I hope that one day I can come back and do a proper tour and share with the world. The Tsavo National Park is right close by. That is why we do get lucky to have such a beautiful view coming home. So yeah, the Tsavo is right nearby. But in Taveta we also have Lake Chala, and we also have Lake Jipe. So we do have pretty good tourist attractions around, and yeah, my dream one day is to definitely showcase some of the beauty that is here in Taveta. So yeah, that's just a brief history. I'm just out here chilling. Luckily this time it's not as hot as it can get, but I can say for sure we are feeling the effects of global warming. Like, it's pretty dry currently in Taveta, and it's even such a sad state when you look at the cows, because one thing about us, most Tavetas are animal keepers. Tunafuga wanyama, that is kama ng'ombe, mbuzi, kondoo, and it's so sad seeing them. They are so thin, like there's barely grass. So guys, save the environment. So I want to share with you some of the certain plants. I don't know if I'll say plants or trees that I always feel like if you ever get to Taveta, it's like a clear signal. I don't know if I'll say signal, but it's just some of the trees you'll definitely find around this area. And honestly, they just always make me feel nostalgic and just remind me of home. So the first tree I'm gonna show you, I honestly don't know what it's called. Let me just show you first. So this this is the tree that I'm talking about. It's more like it tends to grow like a shrub, and then most people tend to use them on the fence. And one thing about them, they once they're planted, they really grow so fast. So yeah, the tree that I just showed you, I really don't know what it's called in English, but we call it mracia in Taveta, and it's like a shrub that it has econamoeba. It has thorns. It has thorns. And yeah, I realize most of the time you find goats, and then it surely produces like this to yellow, I don't know if I'll say seeds, and goats tend to really feed on them. So yeah, they usually grow very fast. And I think I remember being told a story growing up that apparently they were brought in Taveta a very long time ago, and by the it's like the Israel government, I think, had partnered with Kenya, and they were giving us like plants that can do well in drought resistant areas. So that's how they were planted, and I guess they spread around. Unless I'm wrong, but I remember that was the story being told growing up. So there's this plant behind me. Let me just turn the camera. So there's this plant, Tunawita mpinzi, this one. They also really tend to grow on the fences, and they really also grow pretty fast. So yeah, the thing about this plant, umpinzi, is that when you cut like the branches, it produces like white sticky liquid. And I remember I remember when we were kids, because I started my primary school here in Taveta. I'm an alumni of Taveta Primary School. So I remember we would use that substance like it's sticky, so you can use it like kind of like glue. But now the trick about it is you have to make sure you don't let it get to your eyes, because once it gets to your eyes, you'll be crying. Like it's a really painful experience. And I remember we used to be told, and I have seen people like, once it gets to your eyes, you have to get some relief. I'm sure right now with the modern world there's medicine for it, but back in the day it was, you have to look for a breastfeeding mother so that you can use the milk on the eyes so that you can get some relief out of it. So yeah, those are some of the plants. Oh, and the last one. Let me show you the last one. So the last plant, if you're from coast, I am so sure you know this plant. Right now, this tree, I think it has really died down, but I think every person from coast knows the wonders of Mwarbaini, aka the neem tree. Yeah, so this tree is quite old, because I remember it was planted pretty much when I remember our house was being built and we were very, very young. And the thing about Mwarbaini growing up, it was, once you're sick, especially if you have like, the flu, or you're having symptoms of malaria, this was the solution. Mwarbaini, it would be, the leaves would be boiled in water. And the thing about Mwarbaini, it's nikali. It is bitter, so it's not the easiest thing to take down, and I always feel like it has this smell about it. But yeah, it used to work wonders. So I don't know, maybe my love for herbs and all probably started pretty early. But yeah, I remember Mwarbaini was the wonder plant that you take when you're not feeling well. So, yeah. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the community tour of I guess those are just some of the things that really do remind me of home. So yeah. Um, oh my god, one last story. So, I've just touched my hand and I remembered. Um, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for, by the way, representation does matter. Because, I remember the way growing up, representation was that beautiful hair had to be, straight and you know what I mean. So I remember back in the day, people used to do a lot of chemicals. So you can clearly tell my hair is fussy and it's very kinky. And I mean, that's just my natural hair and I absolutely love it. But back in the day, I remember going to school. So I did start my primary school here in Taveta Primary, and I remember we'd gone to school in the morning. And the thing about in the morning, there's that morning moisture. So once, as much as you've combed your hair, once the moisture gets in contact with your hair, there's a way that it coils. So I remember going to school. Then once I got to the gate, you remember now back in the day, once you get to school, there's a teacher on duty standing on the gate. So can you imagine? Can you imagine I go to school and then the teacher told me that I had not combed my hair. And I'd combed my hair in the morning, but that process of walking to school and that combination with the water reaction. Imagine the teacher returned me back home and she told me I have to go back home to go comb my hair. So you can imagine your friends entering the school gate while me coming back just because I've been told my hair is not combed. So I remember coming back home, I was crying, and then luckily I met a neighbor. So she was like, "Why are you going back home?" So I told her the story. So Aki alinihurumia, so she pulled me aside, got her combed, helped to comb my hair so that I could go back to class. So yeah, thank God for community. But I think looking back, it just got to remind me that we have really come from far, and I am so grateful right now that with all the campaigns on going natural and representation, I now have the luxury to at least rock my own natural hair and not be criticized that my hair is not combed. So I guess those are some of the positives I can say about the internet and people coming together for a good cause. So yeah, so right now my plan is to just sit and relax, and there's a book. I remember there was a lot of you know I won't say campaign, but there was a lot of reviews. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. There was a lot of reviews on this book. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I got it, but I really never got to reading it. So now that at least I have some downtime, I want to at least get to it and see what the book is all about, if it's worth the read. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my day, eat, read, sleep. My plan is tomorrow I'm planning to go to town. Also, one thing about Taveta, because being at the border, we really get access to very good materials and lessons and deras. So yeah, I'm planning to go to town. There's a lady who we usually go to when we want to get some very good prints. So yeah, I'll take you guys with me when I'm going to town to purchase some of those materials. So yeah, I will see you then. By the way, quick question. If there's someone watching this and you can just share. So I'm sure most communities in Kenya can attest to this. You know those names whereby back in the day during colonialism, you would find that the Wazungus at the time had named a certain place or had given a certain name, but of course, being the community that was really living there were not able to say the names in English, so they would kind of remix it into the mother tongue that they had. So like for example in Taveta, so just before you get to Taveta, if you're coming from Voi, there is a particular place whereby, so the First World War was fought at some point, was fought at some place here in just before you get to Taveta with the Germans. And that place, I remember I was being told after the war, was called Slaughterhouse because of the bloodshed that happened during the war. But now, because of course the Tavetas not being able to, say the word slaughterhouse, so currently the place as you come is now known as Salaita. And on your way, when you're coming back, you will, because Tavetas also, we have intermingled a lot with the Maasai people. And so when you're coming into Taveta, you'll see a lot of, there's a big Maasai community that lives there in Salaita. So I just thought to mention, and maybe if you're watching this, you can share maybe some of the names of your community that were given by the colonialists, but then eventually were remixed by the mother tongue and are now known as a certain name that we currently know today. Good morning, beautiful people. Mambo. Hope you're all doing well. So I am up and ready. I'm headed off to the market to get some goodies, and yeah, let's go. So this is my outfit of the day. So we got to the main town and went into the market. That's just a view of the town. Our first stop was to get some spices that we needed in the house. So we went to our main plug and bought some ginger and some garlic from her. Then the next stop after that was to buy some lessons from, the name of the shop is called Mama Sura. She has quite a selection of lessons and vikois and deras and materials for kushona. If that's what you need, you can get it from her. I also got a pair of sandals that I thought were quite cute. That's just me checking out the items. Then we went to the second shop whereby we also got to buy some deras and vikois, and yeah. After that, we were hungry, so we went to get some fruits, and once we were done, we headed home. Hey guys, so it's been a long day. I went to the market, came back, caught up with family. It was actually a pretty good day. So I'm currently in my room packing because sadly today I'll be leaving tomorrow. I'm traveling back to Nairobi tomorrow, and I'll be leaving very early in the morning because I'm planning to go back with the SGR. So that means I have to travel in the morning to Voi. Then once I get to Voi, I'll be catching the SGR from there at 9:55. So yeah, so I'm just here packing, and I just wanted to show you some of the things that I got today. So the main thing that I really wanted was lesos. Nilikuwa nahitaji lesos sana 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 sana. So I actually got some pretty good lesos. I hope the color can show. So this was the first leso that I got. Of course, when you buy them, it comes in pairs. Okay, unanunua leso alafu unaenda sorry, unanunua leso and then unaenda unapindiwa. So it becomes a pair. So yeah, this was the first print that I got. I also got this print, my love for red, of course. I also got to buy this color. I wanted something bright this time, so yeah, this is what I got. And I also got for my mom. I got for my mom. My mom wanted a shawl, so she got this one. Though there were different colors, but chose this one. And also got her a kikoi. And another thing that I got, I wanted a cute dera. You can never have enough deras, and the beauty about it is you can always get in different designs. So really got this. If you've if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen something similar, because I'll probably post that picture but in red. So yeah, and it has pockets. Yeah, so it's a very, very cute dera. Very, very cute. Yeah, you know the beauty about deras, they're very comfortable. Like comfort is key. And last but not least, I saw this shoe. So I saw this shoe, and very interesting design. And let me just show you. They're actually sandals. Yeah, they, you know, I saw the design. They look like, you know, bubbles. You know those things when you buy something and then they have those two things where you just pop them. It reminded me of that. And the moment I wore them, they're absolutely comfortable. They're so comfortable. It feels like you're massaging. It feels like it's massaging your feet. So yeah, this is what I got. So yeah, I'm here trying to pack everything because I came home with a small bag, so I'm trying to fit everything that I've got in my small bag and my backpack. So that's what I'm trying to do. So let me just do that. I pack, shower, eat, and sleep, because tomorrow is an early morning. Yeah. By the way, in case anyone who's interested in purchasing, like, you know, the lessons and deras, you can actually comment, and I can actually give you the contacts of some of the traders who actually sell them here in Taveta. They deliver countrywide, so they said like they have no issue. You can buy as a parcel and then they can ship for you to wherever you are. So yeah, just thought I should mention. So let me just quickly finish up, then I will hopefully talk to you guys tomorrow. So this is the next day in the morning. I traveled very early and boarded a shuttle from Taveta to Voi. The distance took me about 2 hours, and yeah, I was able to arrive on time for the train. Good morning, beautiful people. Mambo, hope you're doing well. So I'm currently at the Voi terminus of the SGR, and I'm here to get my train back to Nairobi. So yeah, if you've reached this far, I want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and like, and I will hopefully see you in my next video, and you can follow up on my next adventure. Bye.